Yo, Parker, you here? I'm sorry to barge in like this, but there's some crazy stuff going on down there. Wanted to make sure you and your family were okay. Hello?
You don't understand. There's not enough for you. There's not enough I can't share. I have to keep it all for myself. The hunger. I had to do this. I've got to stop the hunger. So I need it all. Don't look at me. Don't look at me!
What did this? What happened to you? Why?
This isn't the friend you knew. He's not the same man anymore. Help me kill him.
Kill him? I can't.
You have to...
Stop! Just stop for a second. Look at us. Look what we're doing. The pain, the hunger, it's gone for now. We don't need to do this. We could be cured. We need to find a way to make this feeling last, to fend off the madness. We're Avengers. We've got to stop before too much damage is done. I fear we may be too late. We need to get back to the Avengers Mansion and rethink this. Regroup.
They got the professor. They ate him. They ripped him to pieces.
Logan, please focus on the fight. I can't deal with this right now. Whatever I throw at them, it's just not working. They just keep coming.
Now this is not the time for mercy, X-Men. Kill or be killed is the new rule, and it is the only rule that matters. If this is something you cannot do, kill yourself now and save us the trouble.
Magneto, who the hell do you think you are to come here and talk to us like this?
I've saved your life, and I'd like your help saving as many others as we can, but I will not let your naivety bring about my death.
You mean there's more of these creatures? More of these heroes turned into monsters?
Sadly, yes.
Just point me in the right direction.
Follow me. My lab is this way.
I think we lost the others.
Did you see Captain America? The hunger took him over almost immediately. He devoured that woman. I saw it, and I still don't believe it.
These are strange times indeed.
We just need to get back to my lab. I can work on a cure there. We can...
Henry Pym, you've been bitten, haven't you?
No, that's not what... Pietro, my friend. Why did you have to go and notice something like that? I'm sorry, old friend. But I've seen what this infection has in store for me, and I'm not going to be caught without a meal when this is all over. I don't expect you to understand. At the rate these things are going, the food supply will be exhausted within a matter of days. The rate at which the infection is spreading is nothing short of astonishing. I wish I could turn back the clock, prevent myself from being infected, but that's just inevitable now. In a few minutes, I'll be a mindless animal, foraging for my next meal, one of them, and you'll be little more than a midnight snack.
Franklin, Valeria, we thought they were safe here. We didn't think anyone could get to them, but she knew the code. She got in easily. Do it, Sue. Do it now.
Valeria, my little girl, She-Hulk, how could you?
We've got an incoming transmission from Nick Fury. Do you want me to...
I'll take it.
Revolting.
I say thee nay! Hang on, Thor. I'm here to help.
Look around you, Thunder God. The odds are stacked against you. You're only delaying the inevitable. Sooner or later, you'll become one of us.
I say thee nay! Whoa. One bite, that's all it takes. The Fantastic Four? Cool. I thank thee for the assistance, Reed Richards and family. Me too.
Then do me a favor and follow us. Things are getting worse out there, and we could use all the help we can get.
Lead the way. Where are we going?
You're looking at humanity's last best hope. Welcome to the Resistance.
The epicenter, the start of this plague, or whatever you would call it, was the center of Manhattan. That's the first known instance. We don't know how, but something from another world broke through, came to our world. The Avengers, as is often the case, were the first on the scene and the first to be infected. Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Luke Cage, Miss Marvel. They were the start of this. In a matter of hours, it has spread to all corners of the globe. As far as we can tell, only metahumans are affected, but that may just be because us normal humans are being completely devoured and can't fight off these monsters. As it is now, it's already too late to be contained, but it may not be too late to stop it, maybe even reverse it. You are this planet's last hope. If you do not succeed, we all die. That is why I've gathered you all here.
Who let him in here?
Magneto's with us, bub. You got a problem with that?
Right now, if they're not trying to eat you, they're an ally. Magneto is an asset we cannot ignore under the current situation.
So, what's the plan?
The plan, Iron Man, is for you to work with Reed Richards and Bruce Banner to develop a cure. While you do that, the rest of us will be divided into rescue squads, saving who we can and bringing them here until we save the world. Everybody clear?
This is crazy. Do you guys even realize what we're up against? If someone you know is not here, they're one of them. Don't you see what that means? We're completely outnumbered and the plan is to turn the helicarrier into a flying Noah's Ark. How is that going to work? How many people fit on this thing? I'm sorry. I know we get together like this every few months to avert some global crisis or fight some enormous bad guy. I get it. That's what we do. But I think you guys are treating this like another Kree-Skrull invasion or Thanos attacking. This is different. Look how many we've already lost. And we're just now forming a game plan. We're all dead. We're as good as dead.
It's not a perfect plan, but it's all we've got. The alternative is to give up. Anyone who prefers that option can speak up at any time. That's what I thought. Let's get to it, people!
Hello, Jarvis. Good idea, Hank. But we're way ahead of you. On that one, come on in. We've saved you a piece.
Welcome home, husband. I knew once I had your sweet, succulent flesh in my teeth. We'll be seeing you very soon.
So that's it, then. We just accept what we've become, and that's it. You don't plan to fight this.
What do you have in mind?
I've eaten over a dozen people today. I don't expect there to be much in the way of redemption available for any of us. You're saying you don't want any of this Jarvis meat? No, I'm not. Move over. Maybe you're right. I just don't like the idea of giving up. Back, demon! No harm will befall these people while I still stand. I do not require your assistance, and you are not worthy of mine. Latveria is immune to this dreaded infection. We will survive this till the end of the world. Leave us be.
Why are you in here alone? I thought you were working with Tony and Bruce.
We're working on different solutions. It was decided if we work separately, maybe one of us would discover a viable solution, and the other two couldn't assist. Tony's idea, but I agree. These creatures are remarkable, Sue. They're human, but they're not. The infection turns them into such an efficient life form. It's just amazing.
These creatures are monsters and deserve to be exterminated, Reed. They're not a new life form, not something to be admired. Remember what they did to our children.
Yes, of course I realize that, Sue, but I can't ignore what also seems like improvements on our design.
Improvements?
Yes. And strange as it sounds, we are organisms designed to process organic matter and transform it into fuel for our bodies. They are more advanced, they use far less energy, but bodily functions are shut down, not necessary any longer. They still retain mobility and all their intellect, yet a little more than their brain is actually functioning. It's really quite fascinating. Sue?
Well, progress?
I think so. While finding a cure is paramount, I want to ask you a question. Have you looked out the window lately?
I don't follow.
It's a figure of speech. I didn't mean it literally. Even if we stop this virus, the cleanup, if we save the world right this minute, it would take decades. Our world would probably never return to what we once knew. So while Reed and Banner focus on curing the infection, my efforts are quite simply being directed towards escape. The negative zone is always a final option, but the thousands of civilians we have here would probably not acclimate well to that environment. No. This virus came from another dimension, and that too is how we will escape it. Using some of Reed's equipment, I've begun constructing a machine that can locate, study, and eventually bridge our passage into alternate dimensions. The ideal case would be a world similar to our own, where a pandemic wiped out civilization long enough ago that the contagion has passed, but recent enough for us to take over the cities, turn them into our own. Odds for that are not in our favor. At this point, nearly any dimension will do. Beggars can't be choosers, after all. I should have this machine operational within a few hours. We could be transplanting survivors into a new world as early as tomorrow morning. Assuming we last that long.
We'll just have to make sure that we do.
You don't understand. We tried to fight this. We did, but we just can't. This is what we are now. There is nothing we can do.
We don't care!
Blast!
No! We will not lose. We will not. Retreat. Get back to the helicarrier. It's our only chance.
I'm glad you could all come here. I wanted to meet with you first before I brought my findings to Fury and the rest.
What have you done, Reed?
Concluded my study. Sue, your tone distresses me, my love. I have, as we all should, come to accept the fate that will befall in each and every one of us. It is so inconceivable that we weren't meant to become savage beasts. What if this is the next step in our lives? I believe that to be the case. I've come to realize we're not dealing with an infection. Here it's evolution.
Have you gone insane? What do you propose? That the solution to all this is to embrace it and allow ourselves to be infected?
No, that's not it at all. I've already infected you. You may have noticed a small prick, scratch a few minutes ago. As I called you in here, that's really all it takes, the tiniest breaks in the skin. In fact, you should be starting to feel the infection in 3, 2...
Threats you!
You've lost your mind! Our children... Ah! Have you forgotten our children?
Heavens no, of course not. What lies ahead for all of us, there's no place for children. In fact, if my calculations are correct, the need to procreate will be gone. Our species will survive without reproduction. We all will be essentially immortal. Our children are in a better place. They will be spared an existence in this horrific world. Horrific or not, nature demands we take this step. You'll understand in time.
The hunger!
Feed! Feed on you!
Kill you! Eat you!
Yes, turn me as I have turned you. I want to experience it firsthand. I want to know what it feels like to be turned. I wanted this. This is what needs to happen. You'll understand. They'll all understand.
On time. I'm impressed.
There's very little more important than the work you're doing here, Stark. What's the status?
Done, actually. I'm scanning for parallel worlds as we speak. We should be able to find a suitable one in a day or so. But I'm cataloging acceptable ones, just in case we need to go in a hurry.
What about capacity?
If I had the time, I could amplify the field it generates and make it large enough to move the whole carrier into a new dimension. But somehow, I doubt we're gonna have the time.
That seems to be how things are going. News from the front is bad. Very bad. We're losing people left and right, and everyone we lose is one they gain. Maybe that punk Nova was right. Poor boy bit it a few hours ago himself.
One thing to keep in mind, the amount of people we'll be moving with this thing. We've probably only got enough juice to use this once, so I don't want to make that choice lightly. Which means unless this new dimension has the same resources as this one, we'll be stuck there.
Then we'll just have to...
Doorway to another dimension. Most likely full of delicious people to eat. Great idea.
Reed, what happened? How did you...
Saw the light. You will too. with the right motivation. Now, how about you let us take a couple bites? It'll only hurt a little. There are plenty of others to eat up here. Tony's inventiveness will be an asset in the coming world. Fury, how far does he expect to get with that thing?
Damn it! We're not ready for this!
You know that's not going to work. Nothing is going to stop us. You're actually scared, aren't you? You disappoint me, Fury.
Computer! Initiate Fury failsafe Gamma in Sector 17, Level 30! Now! They'll get through that soon. We haven't got much time. We could get away with this dimensional doorway if Stark set the coordinates. We could use it to escape to another world. We could...
What is it?
No, this virus, this plague, it was brought here from another world. If we leave, we could take it with us. Everything we've been through, it all starts over again. We can't do that. We can't let that happen.
Okay, who thought that would stop us?
Thor, you know what to do. Whatever happens to us, it doesn't matter now. This has to stop here, with our world.
Verily.
That was a mistake, Fury. You're going to pay for that, but only for a little while. Then the world goes black for you. And it's all over.
Ah! Ah! Get off of me! Ah! You flesh addicts! Ah! No!
You don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer.